Guys, today, yes, well, I'm just gonna take my glasses off and I'm gonna take my hat off because that was just for the video. Listen, guys, today I am going to talk to you about three different trimmers, three popular trimmers that most people tend to wonder or gravitate or think, should I purchase one of these beard trimmers? Because if you're serious, and I mean if you are serious about beard care, if you're serious about growing the best beard ever, you want to buy the tools that's going to help you. And it's good seeing you, Abby. Good seeing you, Rennie. This is some things that I want to share with you guys today. Something that I've been thinking about, man, this year. I thought about it last year, and I'm thinking about more this year. And so I want to share with you guys a simple thought. And it's so good to see you, Jeffrey, Randy. Happy Sunday. Again, good to see you, Abby. Listen, I thought this the other day. If I had $100, if I had $115, let's just say this. If I had $120, that's $120, which beard trimmer would I spend my money on? Because there are so many on the market. I'm telling you, there's so many knockoffs from China. There's so many like competitors here in the US. I mean, you've got all of these brands, but I wanted to kind of sift out three that are very popular that most people have heard of. And what's going on, Louis? Good to see you, brother. I'm doing good. Three of them that most people have heard of. Now, you've heard of Manscaped, most of you guys. I mean, if you're living, breathing, and you shop and you walk around the store, perhaps maybe you see ads all the time, most people know about Manscaped. They know. They've got all kinds of things they market. I mean, they've got so many trimmers. They've got nose trimmers. They've got a beard trimmer. They've got a body grooming trimmer. They've got all kinds of different trimmers. Okay, so it's a big brand. They do a lot of marketing. But we're going to find in this video, is it actually worth it, or is the marketing just pretty much the best thing that they have? We'll find out. Another one that has been a very solid and a very popular one is Braun. You know, there's Braun Series 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know if there's even more than 9. I think that might be the highest. But today I'm talking about Braun 9. I'm going to be talking about their 13-in-1. Now, just so you know, before you say anything, yes, this is a Braun Series. This is the Braun 9, the 13-in-1. This is not the Braun Series Pro 9. Okay, there's a Braun Series 9 Pro, and that is different. It's going to be kind of more premium, $250 range. So we're not talking about that one because most people, if we're to be real, is not going to spend $250 on a trimmer. So it may be great, may be fantastic. If you have the money and want to pull the trigger, I've heard great stuff about them. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about three different trimmers today. And the last one that I want to share with you guys is Brio. I'm going to talk about the Brio Beardscape version 2 in this one. So the three that I'm going to talk about, number one, as I just said, here is the Braun. This is the Braun 9, okay? And this one is the 13-in-1. You're going to have 13-in-1 trimmer, 13 different things that this thing can do, all right? 13 different pieces. This one right here is going to be one popular one that you guys know of, and this is the Manscaped Beard Hedger, okay? And here is the beautiful, wonderful Brio Beardscape, all right? So, just so you know, they're comparable in prices. I believe, you know, these are going to be like a range where most people can afford. Some people may think they're too expensive. Some people would rather maybe go with something real cheap that's going to possibly last in maybe a few months, and then it's going to be gone. And then once it's tore up and messed up, or the battery runs out, or it's just trash, when they reach out to the customer service, they may not find anybody that's going to answer back. They may send you to somebody that's a third party, perhaps maybe in a third world country. That's possible. But these ones right here, I think, are going to be like ones that are, we know that most trimmers, probably all of them, are not made in the US. We know that. I mean, we should know that. If you don't know that, You should know that because we don't have the infrastructure, all that stuff to build these here, the chips and all that to build these here in the US. So most of these are going to be made outside the country, but they will be designed and engineered, and they will be American companies right here in the US, okay? So these are companies that are in the US that we're talking about today. And so let's talk about the Braun Series 9. Well, the Braun 9, I keep saying Series 9, but the Braun 9, this one right here, okay? It's got a dial on here that goes all the way up to 10, okay? And it's got the little guard on there, and I believe it's locked. There is a lock mechanism here. You unlock it here, and you can see this thing goes up and down, all right? So a lot of people like this design. You know, this comes off and it becomes a blade right there where you can trim, and this one says on it, Pro Blade Braun, all right? Now, we know that Braun is made in Germany. That is a German company, or sorry, Americanized company, but it's made in Germany. I believe I'm right on that. I could be wrong on that. But the point of it is that that's where they're manufactured and made. So you can see right here how this blade, this guard goes up and down, okay? So this one comes with a stand, and it comes with several different pieces, all right? This is what the box looks like, all right? 13 in 1. It's gonna have the guard on here, different ones. It's gonna have a blade. It's gonna have a thin blade that's more precision, several different guards, a nose trimmer guard piece, and it's gonna have an actual beard shaper that comes with this, a foil shaver attachment, another blade, and it's going to have the charger, and it comes with a travel case, okay? So this is what it looks like, all right? This one is gonna run you about 150 bucks. 150 bucks on Braun, okay? You go to braun.com, that's what it's gonna cost, braun.com. And I'm not trying to write a song, but that is Braun, all right? So you can find them on Amazon. And I couldn't even find the price on Amazon, to be completely honest, because they are completely sold out and it's not even showing it. But going to the website, 150 bucks. Keep that in mind, all right? That is for the Braun, all right? So I'm going to swing back around and I'm going to tell you my thoughts, the pros, cons to these, and which one is king. Which one would I spend my money on this year if I'm serious about buying something that is going to be legit, all right? So let's talk about the Manscaped right here. This is the beard hedger. They've got the lawnmower if you want to trim your body and groin and all that stuff, but this one is the beard hedger. Again, you can see same ideal. They have the guards here. They have a dial here. This one does not have the lock like the Braun does, so this one can just go up down like that. Okay, this one goes to it goes in like half increments. So we've got 0.5 millimeter, 1. It goes all the way up in half millimeters, all the way to 10. All right, you can take this one off, and there is the blade right there. Okay, so a lot of people will wonder, well, how in the world does this thing get back put on? You know, it's a little interesting. You just have to play around with it, and it just comes back on like that. Okay, all right. This one does have the USB-C, just like the head shavers they have. They've got a Pro and a Plus. I did do a video on that one too. So this one is the Brio Beardscape, okay? And notice it is locked because that's what I do. I lock these things so they don't go off. I'll hold it down for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. It'll come back on after beeping, and we have a, well, I just locked it again. Let's try this again. 1, 2, 3. Now it's unlocked. Well, maybe. I think I broke it. That would have been funny if I did. Maybe it's dead. I guess you kind of got an idea what I'm going to go for. All right, so that's funny. That is so comical that this sucker it was just working yesterday and now it's not working. So anyways, that is the Brio Beardscape, all right? So I'm going to put that one down since it's not working. And we're going to go back to the Braun Series 9. Or the, I guess, 9. I keep saying Series 9. When I think of the Series 9, I think of the Pro, which is really, really nice from what I've heard. I've never tried it, so I can't say for myself, but it looks really nice. I've heard a lot of great reviews on it. So if you have 250 bucks and you want to buy one, then go for it. Let me know. Let me know how they work. They got the full shaver. They're supposed to be one of the closest head shavers you can find on the market. But again, who's going to pay $250, right? This one right here, I've never had any issues with it. I think it works good, other than the fact that I think it's dead right now because I haven't really charged it. I mean, I charged it when I got it and I used it a few times, and I just had it sitting on the shelf behind me because I have a lot of shit, I was going to say shavers, but I have a lot of trimmers that sit on the shelves behind me, kind of like for decor, and when I pull them off to do reviews like this, and obviously you know which ones that I don't really use because they're sitting on the shelf, okay? That doesn't mean necessarily that they're bad, because I do pull some off the shelf sometimes, but this one is I've never had any issues with the battery. Of course, it's dead now, so haven't had too much time over like a year or plus with this. I've had a few months with this, and it seems to be fine as far as the battery. I haven't ever had any issues with it, other than the fact that it is dead now, and I should have trimmed. I'm going to tell you right now, I should have made sure these things were charged before I did this video, but I didn't. The battery's still fine on this. It just needs to be charged. Does it trim very good? Yes, it trims really good. It's got a good blade on it. You know, it's a Braun is a good brand. Braun is a brand that, you know, I've never had issues with them. I've never had to deal really with their customer service, so I can't really tell you how they are. But I like the way this thing feels in my hand. It's not too big. It's not too small. It feels solid. It feels great. It's weighted. I like the colors, black and silver. I think it's really sleek and cool. The one thing I don't like about it, well, there's a couple of things I don't like about this one. Number one is the fact that it has a charger that is unique to this trimmer. I wish that they had a USB-C like most companies are going to, because it makes it so much easier when it comes to charging trimmers and head shavers. I see a lot of head shavers are moving in that direction to USB-C. I think that everything in the world should be USB-C because that would make our life so much easier for Android users and Apple users alike, because it would be nice to have one universal one that they say universal if it actually went to 100% universal. That way we only would need one charger. We can charge everything when we go on trips, when we get in the car. We always have a actual dedicated charger that can charge our phones, but also charge our head shavers and our trimmers and everything else that we have that could have a USB-C charging capability. But this one does not have it. Number two, again, I say this a lot. I do not, and I'm going to repeat myself, I do not like the guards that are fixed like this one. Ones that have a dial, I do not like these. Why? Well, the idea behind it is, well, let's make it easy. You don't have to keep out changing different, guards. It makes it easy to not have to change out guards all the time. You just have it and you just fix it. Well, these things, guys, can be kind of iffy when it comes to the possibility that, yes, I do like the fact that this one does have a lock on it. A lot of them do not have a lock. So that is another plus, that it has a lock. But again, I don't really care for the ones that have the dials or the ones that spin. Any way, shape, or form how these adjust up and down, I just don't like them. I don't think a real true barber or a real true beardsman that's serious is going to use one of these that have a fixed dial. Okay, I honestly believe that. There's reasons behind it. If you want 100% accuracy when you are growing a beard, you take your beard serious. You take your beard care serious. You don't want to take a chance of jacking it up. And sometimes with these dials like this, when they have guards that adjust, you're taking a risk of something happening. If this thing was to slip for any reason, yes, there is a lock mechanism. But if there's any reason that something messes up in this thing and this thing moves when you're trimming, it could take a gouge out of your hair and you can be done with your beard care for a while and have to shave it all off and trim it up down low and regrow your beard. And nobody wants to take a chance of doing that. So, and plus $150 for this. This is kind of probably the highest priced one out of these three. Again, not ideal. Number two, I don't like the fact that it only has like 3 different indicators. I mean, I didn't know that this thing wasn't going to work for whatever reason. It just doesn't have any bars. Okay, so we obviously know it's dead because there's no bars. Now, if I would have knew what the percentage was, I would have made sure I charged it, but I didn't because I didn't know. And so an LED display of the actual battery life would have been nice on this, especially if you're paying the premium price of $150 for a trimmer, for sure. I think that there's so many more options that they could have included, more innovation when it came to this, more thinking when they were engineering this for an actual beardsman, not just an average consumer that might want to trim a short beard, because these might be perfect for a short bearded guy. But like I said, if you're a real true beardsman and you're growing out a beard, this right here, I'm going to tell you right now, don't do it. Don't do these dials that adjust. Don't do it. I'm telling you guys, you're going to regret it if you do it, because these things are not 100% accurate, okay? So $150 for that. Moving to the next one, Manscaped, all right? Here's some pluses for this. It's about $100, so it's probably the cheapest. Well, it is. It's the cheapest out of all of these trimmers that I'm talking about today. It doesn't feel bad in the hand. It's a lot lighter than the other two. It does have the USB-C charging capabilities, so that's nice. But again, oh, another thing, it is actually turning on, so that's a plus. But there's no again, no LED display for the battery life. I'm turning it on. You can see right here, it's got a full battery. It's got three little lines here, or two lines with three different levels here for the battery. So you really don't know if it's on the last one. Or do you have like 5 minutes left? Do you have 2 minutes left? Do you have 30 seconds left? You just don't know. So again, this one comes in half millimeter increments. You got 0.5 and it goes all the way to 10, kind of up like that. Again, it's got the dial on here. I don't like the dials on the guards. This one pulls right off. A lot of people could be confused. How does this get back on? Because it's kind of, honestly, it's kind of a little tricky how to put it back on. You have to kind of look at it and see that there are some grooves right here on the sides where these go in, okay? So just kind of like that. I mean, once you get it figured out, it's easy to do. But again, if you are a serious beard trimmer or a beardsman, when you're trimming your beard, this thing can literally, watch this. If this thing is on, let's just say that you are at 10, okay? Because 10 would be like you're taking the least off, right? Well, I'm going to show you something. It's kind of snug, but watch. You can probably throw it hard enough. Like, you're not going to do this when you're doing the beard. I'm just saying, it's possible it comes out. I mean, look how easy this thing is to pop right off, okay? For whatever reason, if this thing comes off, boom, you're in trouble, all right? Again, guys, it has nothing to do with an actual brand when I'm saying that these dial guards are a flawed method. If there's other trimmers that you find that have a fixed guard, that dial or whatever you want to call it, I would shy away from those if you're serious about growing a beard and you don't want to mess it up, okay? Battery life is just okay. It's not the best in this one, but it works, okay? So Manscaped, I believe Manscaped is a company that I really don't care for. Why? I think that they have incredible marketing. They have like the best marketers in the industry. I'm telling you. What they are is practically and this is my opinion, they are a marketing company that has made a beard trimmer. Okay, they're not a beard trimming company that finds marketers to market their stuff. I honestly believe, this is just my opinion. This is not like, you know, facts or anything. This is just my opinion. I feel like they are a marketing company that has come up with a protocol design that's flawed for beardsmen, and they market that, and they market well. I mean, you've got them in Target, you got them in Walmart, you got them all over. You see all the advertising. They got all the money they spent in marketing, but not in innovation. And now, if you are wanting to really make a difference in the industry, you are going to innovate. That is the key word in 2025 when it comes to head shavers and when it comes to trimmers. This is the BLT, the beards, heads, and threads. We're talking about beard care, and we talk about head shaving and head shavers and all things related. Guys, listen, innovation. That's what we want to see. We want to see these beard company, trimmer companies, and we want to see these head shaving companies that come out with these head shavers to innovate, put their money into innovation, make it easier, make it better for the end user to be able to use something that feels good and helps your head look good, your beard look good, and not have to worry, and you can have confidence that your thing that you're using, your trimmer, is not going to run out of battery. It's going to be able to have all that stuff you need, like the LED telling you what the battery life really is. Have a USB-C, for crying out loud, so everybody can be able to not have to have several different cables trying to figure out which one they're going to use to charge your, I mean, if we all had the same, we can charge every one of our shavers and every one of our beard trimmers and wouldn't have to worry about it. But when you got several different stinking trimmer cables and power cables, it becomes like just a hassle trying to keep up and making sure you got the right one. So again, if you're coming in here, make sure you double tap the screen. I appreciate that. So Manscaped, do I like it? No, I don't. I don't even like their head shavers. Why? Because I just don't feel like they're comfortable. I think that, again, it didn't give me the closest shave more than any other ones. The battery was okay. The fill was great, solid. I did not like on the head shaver how it was too far away. Now, that's just a side little nugget for the head shavers that they come out with, which is called, I think it's the dome shaver, what they call it. But the Manscaped beard, beard hedger, I really don't care for this one, guys. I really don't. It's comfortable in the hand, but at the end of the day, we're not looking for something that's going to feel just good in the hand. We're looking for something that's actually going to be a great tool, that's going to be solid for what we're using, because you're only as good as your tools. I say it all the time. Lastly, I want to talk about this one, and I think maybe the blade, I put it on a while back and maybe it's just not on right. Let me try something real quick, because these things never fail, and for this thing to act weird like that, exactly, that's exactly what it was. It wasn't all the way on. Error, user error, right? So here is the Brio Beardscape, all right? This is solid. It's got some nice rubber grips on the side, Brio logo. It does have a ceramic blade it comes with. So if you don't know about, let me take these things off these other shavers, these trimmers, okay? I just want to take a moment and I want to just park here for a minute. You see that? That's a steel blade, okay? Steel, all right? That right there, ladies and gentlemen, that's a steel blade. This right here, that's a ceramic blade. What's the difference? This one is 3 or 4 times harder than steel. These are not going to move. These are not going to get bent. These are not going to get out of shape. These are solid. This ceramic blade is made by a company that has beardsmen in mind. It's not a marketing company. It's a beard trimming company or a shaver company that has actually made these and designed these for the end user to make these the best ones on the planet. Now, if you don't believe me, I know you're probably saying, well, that's ridiculous. You need to go check out Braun Series 9. Yeah, we've already discussed Series 9. I've never tried it. I believe that it's probably great. It better be, because it's like $230, $250, but most people are not going to spend that. So I'm talking about these three that are around the same price. Okay, so the Braun Series 9, or this 9 13-to-1, $150. Go to the website, braun.com or whatever the trimming company, I forget what it is, but I did links below where you can find these. You're going to find these are about $149.99 or $150. This one's going to run about, I want to say $100. All right. This one for the version 2 is $118. Okay. Now, keep this in mind. If you wanted to get the version 1, which is identical, there's nothing different other than the aesthetics. The motor, the guts, everything is the same. $85 for the version 1. It's just going to look a little different, but I will say that they both have an LED display on it that tells you the battery. All right, you can see right here. It also has a place for not only your battery life and how many minutes you have left. It's saying I have 240 minutes. So do the math on that. What is that? 60 minutes in an hour. So 6 times 4 is 24. So 240. So you're talking, this one's going to give you about 4 hours worth a battery life right now. Of course, this is 5,000 RPMs. I turn it up, and so 5,000 is going to be the low end on this one. But if you push up, and this is what's different about this one and the other two. The other two do not have RPM like increments where you can change them. They just have 1 RPM in them. This one's going to have 5,000. It's going to go to 5,500, and you can see it changing right here on the bottom. 5,500, 6,000, 6,500, and it's going to end on 7,000. So you notice that the higher it goes on the RPMs on 7,000, it's got 179 minutes. So the minutes drop. It does tell you the battery life, how many minutes you have left, which is awesome. So if you are looking at about literally 5 minutes left, you're going to be able to get this thing done, or maybe put it on the charger and wait. It comes in, again, different half steps on the millimeters, on the guard, or on the actual blade. You can change the blade here and go up and down. You can see how it moves, the white piece right there. All right. So I always keep mine open, but here's the great thing. These come with different guards. I believe there's 12 or 13 guards. I cannot remember for sure that come with this, okay? They're gonna be plastic guards. They are reversible. You might have 1 millimeter on one, you flip it over and you have like 2 millimeter, and then you have one that'll be like 4, and then you'll have one that's like 6, and so on and so on. But I want to introduce you guys to something, but before I do, I will say the downfall is they do have a deal on the bottom for a dedicated charger that, you know, I wish that they had better options when it comes to charging. However, one thing that I want you to notice, they do have one right there. It is a USB-C included as well. A lot of people don't know that, but what's really cool is you have a trimmer here that will actually go off of the regular charger cable, but it'll also charge off of a USB-C as well, okay? Now, with that being said, I also want to say that it does have a travel lock too. Check this out. I'm gonna hold this down and it's already locked, all right? You can see the lock, hold it down for 3 seconds and boom, it's back on again, ready to go, all right? So again, I love Brio Beardscape. I wanted to talk about this. They came out with a new thing this year. I just want to share this with you because if you don't know about it, you gotta check these out. These things are fantastic, okay? This is the case it comes in. If you have to have one of these, and these at the moment do not come with these, okay? These will come with guards, but this is a new blade that goes with the version 1 Beardscape and version 2. I'm gonna show you something. Now, this one is not going to be able to magnetize because I don't have the zero blade, and I should have brought it, but check these guards out. You can see the guards. These are magnetized inside here, all right? You can see, all right? The cool thing about these guards is on one side you can see the millimeters, okay? So 1 and 2, and then it's got the 3 and 4, and again, 5 and 6, and then it's got 6 and 12, okay? All right, so love these things. It is a blade that they offer, and the blades on this one, the other blades, by the way, don't come off. These are fixed blades. See how they're screwed in? All right, so what these companies want you to do is they want you to go off, like especially this one, they want you to go off and buy another trimmer for, who knows, 100 bucks, 80 bucks, I don't know. But they want you to go off and buy another trimmer for like a body blade. Like if you want to, you know, clean up your chest, your back hair, you know, your groin area, whatever guys or women like to do, regardless when it comes to shaving your hair. They want to market and sell a different trimmer for that. But the cool thing about Brio is all of their trimmers, their version 1s and version 2, you just go like this and you can pull the blade off. This ceramic blade comes off. They have a, hey, good to see you, Chris. Thanks, brother. They have a blade for like a zero blade. The zero blade is going to be so close, it's almost going to be like a shave. You can actually shave above your cheek lines right here. If you're a beardsman, you can kind of trim your back sidelines here. I really wouldn't probably advise you to use a zero blade on your head when you're trying to trim it down. For sure, don't use it for head shaving because it's going to be very sensitive on your noggin, okay? But for anything else, it's very close of a shave. On that zero blade, they have a body blade that is going to be more rounded. It's going to be more fine. It's not going to snag hair. It's not going to snag everything else that you can use your imagination. It's made for your body, okay? They also have, obviously, the ceramic blade that it comes with, and this is more for like your facial hair. It's going to be a solid blade that's not going to be broken and beat down. You know, it's not like steel, it's ceramic. It's not going to, it's not going to fall apart. It's going to be in there for the long haul. But the new one is called a snap blade, and it's on sale right now. I think it's like 40 or 45 bucks for the actual blade. But not only that, but you actually get the guards and everything for 40 something dollars, and it's an incredible deal. And it's the same ideal. You just take that blade and you just put it on just like that, and you're good to go. The guards just automatically just magnetize. You don't even have to set them on here, because sometimes when you have the old guards, like the ones that they currently come with, there's a learning curve of putting them on, and it's not too hard. You'll figure it out, but it takes a few minutes sometimes for somebody to figure it out. But once you get it, it's you know it. But this snap guards, I'm telling you, amazing. Snaps right on within seconds. Really, really cool. I love Brio Beardscape, and these things run about 118 bucks, as I said. So what is my final verdict on the three? I'm just going to tell you right now. These don't have the dial. These are actually guards that you put on here that are not going to fall off, okay? This has been a solid one. If you don't believe me, just do me a favor. Go on YouTube and just search beard trimmers. Search for the Brio Beardscape and watch. So many beardsmen will tell you that they use the Brio Beardscape version 2 or version 1 because these have been a solid tool. These are ones that will last you a long time. But one thing that I love about this company is it's not a massive company. It isn't. They make quality stuff, but they have just amazing customer service. Let me give you an example. If I was to drop this on the ground, and for some reason, I don't think it would break. I mean, I think that if I really slammed it down, anything could break. But if I drop this on the ground, I don't think it would break. I mean, it's really like, it's got like, you know, rubber on the side. It's solid plastic. I mean, it's not cheap plastic. You can feel it. You can definitely feel it's got some weight to it. But if I dropped it, for some reason, I ended up busting this and breaking it, I would be able to literally email Brio and they would probably send me a new one, because that is how. Now, obviously, they're not going to send them to repeat offenders or something like that. If they feel like maybe you were trying to sabotage stuff, they probably, like any smart company, would not be taking advantage that way. But if you get anything from them and somehow maybe the battery isn't right and it messes up because, you know, you've been doing everything great, everything right, and the battery goes out for whatever reason, because we know that every now and then, who knows, maybe something will come and it may not be the best. They're made in China or wherever they're made. They will send you a new one. They take care of their customers. I've seen reviews where people have said something negative and they reach out to them and make sure it's right. So I'm telling you guys, Brio, everybody that's tried Brio, I guarantee you they can vouch for me in the comments. But Brio Beardscape is the winner. If I literally had $100 to spend, I would spend my $100 on a Brio Beardscape. I would end up getting the version 1 if I only had $100, because it's about 85 bucks. I do have a code. I believe it's MJB 10, saves you 10%, so it'll definitely save you over like the taxes on that. But I would definitely get the version 1. If I had a few more dollars to spare and, you know, wanted to throw an extra $20 in there or something, I would go for the blacked out version of the version 2, or I'd go with the Frost. I love the Frost color. It was a limited run. They still have them available. By the way, these do come with stands that charge. You can sit them right on the charger. They do have different things that comes with these things, but I love the Brio Beardscape. I've always loved it. I feel like it's always done me good when it comes to beard care. There's a lot of people that are getting into growing beards, new beardsmen. I'm telling you, they're coming in and they just don't know. They don't know. They don't know how to grow a beard. They don't know what kind of products to put in their beard. They don't know how many times how often they should trim. They don't know what do you wash your beard with? So many questions. And I'm so glad that you guys are here on this channel, because this is the BHT. This is the Beards, Heads, and Threads YouTube channel. We also have a new community page on Facebook where we post videos. We talk about beard care, head shaving, clothing, all this stuff, men's grooming, and it's a community to come together and have a good time and grow and learn from different beardsmen. So if you haven't joined that group, I'll leave it in the link description below where you can go check it out. But listen, guys, At the end of the day, you're only as good as the tools that you have. You're only as good as the products that you use, because if you're using crappy product, you're not going to grow the best beard you have. This is just the honest, God's honest truth. If you don't have great premium products that you're using, how can you expect to have a great premium beard that's going to be set apart and different, where people actually think you've got a great looking beard? And what are you doing differently than me? Well, there's a lot of people doing things different than we are. And that's why a lot of guys don't grow beards, because I'm telling you a little side story. I talked to a guy this morning and his wife at my church, and he has a short beard. And I said, hey man, good looking beard, it was kind of scruffy. And he said, my wife don't want me to wear my beard, have a beard, and so I don't grow it. And so his wife came over there and she goes, well, it's not because I don't like beards. It's because, you don't really take care of your beard. And that is what a lot of women think when they think about their husbands. A lot of women do not want their husbands to grow a beard. Even though the husband wants to grow a beard, they don't want to grow a beard. And the simple reason why is because it looks like trash. It doesn't look good. It's all like wiry and just out of shape and just going crazy, right? It's dry, it's brittle. You don't give a crud about your beard. Now, if you start taking care of your beard and start caring about it, I promise you, more than likely, your wife is going to like your beard. Your wife's going to be like my wife and say, you better not cut your beard, even if I want to do a transparency cut. She doesn't want me to trim my beard. She wants to continue to grow. And that is an amazing, awesome thing, because a lot of men just don't have that when it comes to their women in their life, wanting them to keep a beard, all right? And so when you start taking care of yourself and you're looking appealing to people, people look at you and say, man, you're looking attractive. You may not look like the best looking guy in the world, but you might have a great, fantastic beard, and that may be attractive to people. And I'm all about beards. I love beards. I care about beards, but there's a lot of people, again, like Josh says in the comments, there's a lot of men out there that are just absolutely lazy. Did I say that? I did say that. There are a lot of men out there that are lazy, and they don't want to put the time in. They don't want to pay for the products because they just don't want to spend money. But I'm telling you what, you'll spend your money on the things you care about. You will put your money where you have your interests. And if you are concerned and you are interested in your beard and taking care of your grooming needs and what you look like, you're going to try to find the best information that you can, find the best people that can review stuff and that you can trust, that's going to tell you no on this, yes on that. No on this, no on this, no on this, yes on that. Because this is what we've tried. This is what works. Because we're living in a time, guys, and it's been like this forever, but I'm just explaining, we live in a time, guys, and we live in a society where a lot of stuff are purchased online because you just buy mostly junk at the store. And so you have to buy small batch online, and you just don't know what you're getting when you're buying online. So do your research. Figure out what's good, because you may be buying something that you think's good because the scent profile looks good, or maybe the ingredients look good, and then you know this is going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread, and then you buy it and it smells like trash. It smells horrible, poor odor, and then you find out there's so many reviews saying the same thing. I wouldn't buy this because it doesn't stink, or it doesn't smell good. It stinks. And that is because you didn't do your research. So I'm glad you guys came over here to check out this video, because I wanted to share with you guys. I do a lot of head shaver reviews on this channel, but I don't do a lot of beard trimmers, and I'm going to be doing a whole series of the one blades, okay? They're a very popular trimmer. I think I've got 6 or 7 I'm gonna be doing and comparing with each other to kind of help you make an educated decision should you wanna buy one of those one blades from the store or on Amazon. But between the 3 in 2025, my #1 pick, if I only had $100, I would buy, just absolutely without any doubt, I would buy a Brio Beardscape. And you know what I would do? I would be so happy with my purchase that I made. I would be so happy with the long battery life that it gives me, so happy with the beard shaping that it'll give me, and the fact that there's a customer service behind it that backs it, that should anything ever happen with that trimmer, I am going to be covered by Brio, because they are amazing, fantastic company that is ran right out of Michigan, and just fantastic. Cannot praise them enough. That's why I love the Brio Beardscape version 2. And so with that being said, I do want to give a little shameless plug. Brand new Brio Beardscape version 2 right here. All right. I've got this right here in the box, not even open. That is going to go to some lucky chap out there that is looking for a nice trimmer. Mike from Of the Brewer got my last one that I gave away at my 5,000 subscriber mark. But when I hit, now this is my goal, when I hit 10,000 subscribers, and I don't think it's going to be very long, and people may think that's crazy, but I don't think it's going to be long. Somebody's going to get this, possibly actually 8,000 subscribers. And then on my 10th one, I'll give something even bigger than that from Brio. So anyways, guys, wanted to share with you guys. I hope that this has helped you guys with making an educated decision on where you want to spend your money for the best bang for your buck. Let me know, guys, have you ever tried out Brio? Have you ever tried out Braun? Now, don't tell me, oh, you tried out Braun Series 9 Pro and it's the best. I already know, we've already discussed that. What I want you to tell me is if you've had a Manscaped beard hedger or a Braun 13-in-1 9, like the one I just talked about, what do you like about it? Are you still liking it? Have you had any issues with it? Let me know also in the comments, have you ever tried out the Brio Beardscape version 2 or 1? Now, I see in the comments, we've got Josh. He says he loves it. He's been using it for a long time and has no problems with it, and Brio is #1, and I completely agree. I completely agree. I think their head shavers are pretty good too. I bragged a lot about them last year in the head shaver, and they just came out with a new one. I've got several videos on my channel on the head shaver from them as well. So make sure you check them out, guys. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, what are you thinking? Go ahead and do it. Get a part of the movement here. It's all about the BHT, Men's Grooming Ultimate Headquarters when it comes to men's grooming right here on YouTube. My name is Chad, and I am your host of this channel. And guys, I'm excited. All right, I'm super pumped and excited, and I hope you can join me. And make sure you hit the like button if you found good content here. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care, guys. Have a great one.